Quiet on the set. Roll sound. And action. Okay. Hi everybody, I'm Nelson and welcome to South Paths. Today I want to touch on a subject that a lot of fellas are wondering about over here, or over there where you are, about over here where I am. And that is socializing with women. One of the reasons that fellas come over here, besides the obvious financial advantages to settling down here or retiring here, is finding somebody to spend your the rest of your life with. And you wonder if the Filipinas really are, as is commonly said in media and on YouTube and whatnot. And I can tell you, yes, they are. Some people say you should not meet a Filipina online. Some say you should. Some say you should come over here first and then meet a Filipina here, and that way you can play the field. I've thought about both ways of doing this and the advantages and disadvantages, and I've come to the conclusion that the way I did it is probably the best way, at least for many guys. Now, before we go to part 2 of this little conversation called Tips on Meeting and Greeting a Filipina, I would like to please ask you to share, subscribe, and or like, please, my video. Just go click like. I appreciate it. And let's get on with part number 2. There are some tips that I would like to offer you if you're going to do this, if you're going to go this route. Just a few tips. I'm sure you guys are all adults, you know what to do and what to look out for as far as scammers and whatnot goes. Like if she says she needs money to help pay off her father's coconut farm, you might want to consider that a possible scam. So tips, number 1, I recommend that you don't send money until you've met her. Everybody says this. And when I say don't send her money, I mean don't send her a great deal of money. Let's say she's going to college. You're a younger guy. She's 20-something, she's still going to college. Okay? You don't pay for her college degree, but you know, if you want to pay for her expenses as far as going back and forth to school every day, well, that should be all right. We're talking about, well, I don't know, maybe 300 or 400 pesos, a $10 bill a month. It's not going to hurt anybody, and it could help her out quite a bit. But sending her money to actually go to her classes before you've even met her, shake your head, boy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Unless you're absolutely positive that her situation is dire, real, and you're willing and able to do something about it, just don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Just don't. Okay? Don't go down that rabbit hole. There are plenty of other girls who have their own jobs. They have their own way to support themselves. They don't need you to be their sugar daddy before they've even met you. Okay? Don't do it. Now this one's a bit of a toughie. Don't meet her at the airport. Some people say don't meet her at the airport. Some people say it's okay to meet her at the airport. Here's my gist. I did meet my Filipina at the airport. But this was after 6 months of communication, and at that point I pretty much trusted her, and I had good reason to. So if you trust her, meet her at the airport. If you don't, I wouldn't do it. See, there are horror stories about a Filipina meeting you at the airport, and then you go back to the hotel, and, well, to make a long story short, she's going to put a fork in your butt while she's there with you, and you're done. So if she's the one you want, that's fine. If she's the one you're going to see exclusively, fine. If that's what she wants to do, and you're okay with it, fine. Let's be adults about it. But if you're not sure, don't meet her at the airport. Get your hotel room, and you meet her the next day somewhere, agreed upon spot in Manila or Cebu or wherever you've flown into. Meet her someplace away from the hotel and get to know her that way. You can pass much more easily on scammers online than you can in person. So if you move here, if you meet a scammer online and she's going to play for the long game, you know, she's looking at that golden retirement 20 years from now. There's not much you can do about that, but you can't find that out unless you're living with her. The problem is, if you move here, you move into an apartment with a Filipina who has plans for you to dry you out of your wallet, every penny you own, or do something, you know, not that you want. You want to be sure she's not going to be a scammer online. You want to test her. And the only way you can do that is being online. If you move here and you meet her a week after you get here and you're still all, wow, the fast, look at this, the Philippines, I'm amazed. Well, you're going to fall for any dime store story that's told to you. And you're going to get fleeced, my friend. So don't do that. You can pass on a scammer easy online. You can't do it so easily when she's living with you in your apartment. Imagine the drama. Pretty bad. And try to make sure you get rid of them before you come here. You know, parse them out. When you meet her, give her your full attention. One of the first things she's probably going to do is take you to the mall. Something like that. Public venue, mall, park, something easy. Go for a walk, talk, get to know each other. If your head's doing the 360 like an owl at every girl that's passing by, she's not going to think much of that, and you're going to be in hot water faster than you can say Jim Dandy. So pay attention to her and only her when you're with her. And when you have decided that she is the one you want, I suggest you make it a habit to not look at other women. You don't need to anyway. So just don't bother doing it. Save yourself a lot of grief. So that's it for this video. I'm hoping you stayed to the end, and I hope that you all learned something, and I hope I was able to relate some useful information to you. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or share. I would appreciate it. It would get me a little help online here on the YouTube channel, help my channel grow a little. So I guess that's it for now. Appreciate you coming in and sitting down with me and visiting, and I hope I've helped you. Talk to you later. Goodbye.